Dave Hunt here, owner of GameMasters Guild. I'd like to thank you for coming to watch my video, Snowspeeder Revisited. Let's get started, shall we? We first see the Snowspeeder in The Empire Strikes Back. According to the rebels, it was just a regular airspeeder that they had trouble adapting to the cold. They used the airspeeder in an attempt to thwart the Empire's attack on their secret base on the planet of Hoth, which is a cold and frigid world. There's a lot of things I like about this toy. One of them, it had an opening cockpit where you could fit both a pilot and a co-pilot back to back. The pilot would fly and use the main guns, while the pilot would sit in the back and operate the harpoon gun. The harpoon gun actually had a not a firing harpoon, but it had a harpoon you could disconnect from the gun and stretched about 6 to 8 inches away from the craft itself. If you were an enterprising kid, though, you could always attach a much longer cable with some black thread and wrap up your own AT-AT walker, just like in the movies. This Snowspeeder also had lights and sounds. As you are looking at the Snowspeeder from the front, the left-hand side and the back is a battery compartment where 2 C batteries went. And these C batteries would power lights and sounds. I love lights and sounds in my starships. That's great, especially as a kid. Nothing fuels the imagination more than lights and sounds in a toy. On the bottom of the Snowspeeder is a small square where you'd press it and then it would activate the lights and the sounds. A small motor would make a sound, usually using a piece of plastic scraping against a part of a gear. And then the lights would light up the blasters, which are the 2 long pieces coming off the front of the Snowspeeder. The top of these blasters were transparent, so you could see the light coming out from it. Oh boy, and I'd turn the lights off in my room all the time, or went outside at night to run this Snowspeeder to fly it around and to see those blasters glow. Great toy, great idea. Something interesting though is that when you use the lights and sounds, the plastic was so thin in spots that you could actually see light coming from the hull itself, which I thought was kind of interesting. But it didn't take away from my play value at all. The blasters come off of the front, they just lift up and pull away, and then they put them back. You just put them back in the same way. You line them up, push them down, and snap them into place. The more you played, of course, the looser these got, and sometimes they became problematic to keep straight or even on the ship itself. Between the blasters and the engine was a turbine on either side, and this turbine was easily pulled up and lifted away from the aircraft. Again, I liked disassembling this because it made me feel like my guys were disassembling the airspeeder and trying to fix it. The Snowspeeder also had a single landing gear on the bottom. With a single flip of a switch, the landing gear compartment door would slide back, the landing gear would open up, and being spring-loaded would flip right down, ready for your Snowspeeder to land. And in order to put it back, all you had to do was pull back on the switch, push your landing gear back up, close it, and you're ready for flight. And that's the Snowspeeder Revisited. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you enjoyed a lot more than my previous video of just the Snowspeeder quietly spinning around to a little bit of background music, but I kind of liked it. But overall, when I had this toy growing up, great memories, fond memories, one of my most favorite toys. So, thanks again for watching. Again, stay safe, play great games, and I'll see you soon.